So after I saw 22 Jump Street, I went and saw How to Train Your Dragon 2. Now, How to Train Your Dragon is, in my opinion, one of the greatest animated movies ever made. I fucking adore that movie. I was blown away the first time I saw it, the second time I saw it. Every time I see it, it's still a movie that amazes me. Um, Especially the first time I saw it, because I saw it in 3D. That movie was, in my opinion, one of the greatest 3D movies I've ever seen. Even better than fucking Avatar. The flying sequences, when the 3D help makes you feel like you're flying along with the characters, that's pretty fucking amazing. I don't know how they did that, but it was incredible. It still amazes me. And even on top of that, the characters were great. The story was great. I was invested in everything about that movie, and it was a movie that generally surprised me because every time I got a trailer for this film, I was like, "This looks stupid." Like I remember like thinking that like when I first saw How to Train Your Dragon, but what intrigued me was that it was getting like it still has like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was like, "Wow, this movie is that good." I mean, the trailers don't make it look that good, and generally, like I said, generally surprised me. So I was obviously looking forward to this movie a hell of a lot. I was honestly looking forward to this movie more than 22 Jump Street. Um, and because the trailers look amazing for this film. The movie looked just as good. The trailers made this movie look just as good as the first one. And the reviews have been just as good as the first one. Like this movie's been getting phenomenal reviews, some of the best of the year. Because of that, I was generally looking forward to this film. I will say this right off the bat: I fucking love this movie. It's a very good movie. It's not as good as the first one, and that's something I didn't say about 22 Jump Street. And that also, that wasn't as, I don't think 22 Jump Street was as good as the first one, and it is a recurring theme with this movie too. But still, I liked this movie a lot. I did. A sequel doesn't have to be as good as the first one or better than the first one. It can be still as good, but not as not as it don't have to. I mean, to still be a good movie. I still generally like this movie. I will say this: I saw this movie at like 10:55 at night, and by the time I had a long day before seeing the movies that I did, and because of that, seeing it at 10:55, I was pretty fucking tired, and I think it kind of took my enjoyment out of the film. As I might have enjoyed it a little bit more if I had not seen it like at late. But like I said, still at the same time, I really do love this movie. While I will say this, while I saw 22 Jump Street in a crowded theater, I had like maybe 2 people in the theater for How to Train Your Dragon. This movie has a lot of the same things that I love about the first one. The first How to Train Your Dragon. It has great fucking characters. It has a great story. It's also generally pretty damn funny. My opinion, I think the funniest stuff for me were the stuff with Toothless. Anything that had to deal with Toothless. Toothless made me crack up in this movie. He stole the fucking film. His interactions with other dragons or his interactions with Hiccup and all that stuff like that were just generally really funny. I love the relationship between him and Hiccup. It's generally adorable. Really fucking adorable. And Toothless is fucking adorable, honestly. I mean, like, there's a lot of times where Toothless is just in the fucking background while the human characters are talking, and half the time I was distracted with what Toothless was doing because he was just doing something stupid and crazy. It made me laugh, like, generally all the goddamn time. Jay Birchall does a good job again as Hiccup. I thought he was definitely really good, and all the characters, all the actors that returned for this movie were as good as they were in the first one. Gerard Butler's great as the Chief Stoic. Everybody does a great job. The two new additions that stood out were Kate Blanchett as Hiccup's mom. I don't think that's a spoiler because that was spoiled in the trailers and the commercials. But I heard one person complaining that they spoiled that. They should not have spoiled that in the trailers. I kind of agree. That could have been a nice surprise if you were seeing this movie. Yeah, Kate Blanchett as Hiccup's mom was really good in this fucking movie. She was really good. I love the scenes. Her scenes with Hiccup and Stoic were probably the best human. Probably some of the best scenes, other than the scenes with Hiccup and Toothless, obviously. Were some of the best scenes. And well acted too. Well voice acted. Kate Blanchett's just an awesome actress anyway. So what the hell do you expect? I also really liked Ian McShane in this movie as Drago. My God, is there anybody who could play voice a better villain than Ian McShane? Yeah, there are a lot, but he's a guy that definitely has the voice to play a fucking animated villain. He's very good in this movie, and he's very fucking threatening. I like the look of him in this movie. He did look really threatening. The animation in this movie, I don't have to... if you've seen the first one, you know how amazing the animation is. It's just as good in this one, and the 3D is just as good as it was in the first one. There's a lot of the flying sequences that are just amazing, and make you feel like that you're again flying with the characters. It's well done. Everything. I do definitely recommend seeing this in 3D. It's one of those movies that you have to see in 3D to really appreciate it even more. Even though that just alone the story does hold up, does hold as a really good movie. Even without the 3D, the movie would still be very good. It's not one of those movies like Avatar where the movie's not as good without the 3D. I'm trying to think what else to talk about. We'll say if there's anything that I want to complain about is that some of the stuff that was least interesting for me, like when the movie kind of dragged a little bit, was when it didn't have any scenes that didn't have Hiccup or Toothless or his mom or his dad, any of that stuff. Anytime that was were the times that I think the movie dragged a little bit, like the scenes with America Ferrera and twins. There's a storyline with one of the twin girl god dang it, is two of the Vikings are fighting for the affection of the one twin girl in the movie. And the two Vikings are played by Christopher Mintz-Plasse and Jack Black. Well, it did result in some funny scenes. It was just kind of there. I didn't care too much for it. I wasn't laughing as much as I was when there were scenes with Hiccup and Toothless or whatever. It didn't bother me. Those scenes didn't bother me, but like half the time, whenever there were scenes with like America Ferrera's character or Jack Black's or Christopher Mintz-Plasse character, I was kind of wanting to see what the hell Hiccup and Toothless were doing. Honestly, I was more interested in what they were doing than what those characters were doing. Oh, damn it. I think I forget something else here. Oh, I guess I should talk about one other thing. And this is going to get into spoilers. I apologize. If you don't want to know a big major spoiler that happens midway through the movie, an hour into the movie, stop the video now. Stop it. Stop it. Alright. You gone? Okay. Anybody who's gone, don't want to know what happens. Halfway through the movie takes a really fucking dark turn. I mean, a really dark turn. Um, Halfway through the movie, they kill off Gerard Butler's character. No joke. And it's not just, it's one of those I should have seen coming. It's one of those, again, like with 22 Jump Street. It's a story. It's a part of the. It's a cliche that I should have seen coming because everything was pointing to it. Like stoic Gerard Butler's character was wanting Hiccup to take over as chief, but Stoic did not want to do it, or Hiccup did not want to do it. Kate Blanchett finally reunites with Gerard Butler, and they are all one. Looks like one big happy family. And I should have just thought off the top of my head, yeah, somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die, and it's not because you should know with any anime or any movie when characters have something happening to them, something bad's gonna happen, and I thought it was going to be Kate Blanchett's character that was going to get killed. It almost looked like she was going to be the one that was going to get killed. But no, they killed off Gerard Butler. And that was a genuine, like, wow, I did not see that coming. And also, the way that it happens is what makes it dark. Really fucking dark. Toothless is the one that kills him. No joke. Toothless kills Gerard Butler's character. No fucking joke. It's where in the middle of the movie, Drago, Ian McShane's character, controls this alpha male dragon who's like this big fucking giant dragon, humongous dragon, who controls all the dragons in the world by just staring at them. And he takes over Toothless, and Toothless goes after he orders Toothless to go after Hiccup and kill Hiccup. And Gerard Butler sees this and jumps in the way of a fire blast that Toothless is meant to hit. That is meant to hit Hiccup. It ends up hitting Gerard Butler and kills him. You're like, wow. It was one of those generally, wow, I did not see that coming. Like, I was like, damn, this movie just got dark. And it's, like, depressing. And it's like, holy shit. Like, I could see kids, like, being traumatized by this. It is. It's very depressing. Like, and luckily, I was like, oh, God, what are they going to do now? Kill, like, of course, as a result of it, Hiccup doesn't want anything to do with Toothless and stuff like that. And it's generally a really, like, jarring moment when it happens. I mean, it is. It really is. But at the same time, I give the movie a hell lot of praise for going that dark route. Because rarely kids' movies will do that nowadays. Because they're too afraid to, upset children. I give them points. It was pretty ballsy. I thought that was a pretty ballsy move. I give the movie credit for that. Like I said, I generally, anytime you get something like that, it's a little bit, I mean, that adult oriented, like this movie. I mean, that's pretty adult oriented. It was kind of like, it reminded me like in the first one where when Toothless saves Hiccup at the end of the movie, and from that big fireball at the end of the movie, and it looks like, oh, Hiccup just walked away fine, but at the end of the movie you found out he lost a leg, and that was a genuine, like, emotional moment, like how they played that out. It was like, wow, I remember kind of going, wow, that's pretty fucking dark for a kids movie, but I'm kind of glad they did that. I was like, that was pretty. I gave that movie a lot of praise at the end of the movie where they had him lose a leg. I thought that was pretty deep for a fucking kids movie, and this one takes it a step fucking further by killing off Gerard Butler's character, having Toothless also doing it. That's pretty fucking crazy. I give the movie a hell lot of praise for that. Yeah, generally, I definitely recommend this movie. It is a really good movie. If you love the first one like I did, you'll like this one. Even if it's not as good as the first, I still generally really like it. As far as trailers, I got a lot of new trailers. I really did. I got Penguins of Madagascar. I never really cared for Madagascar in the first place. I've only seen the first movie. I never watched any of the rest of them. So, honestly, with this trailer, I didn't laugh at all at it. It looked really stupid, honestly. I didn't laugh one fucking bit, and I was like, whatever. I don't. But it's not for me. Whatever. I'm not the target audience. Fuck whatever. I got a weird one called The Book of Life. It's a weirdly animated film that's coming up. It's being produced by Guillermo del Toro. It's about like the Book of the Dead. No, it's not the Book of the Dead. It's Day of the Dead. What the hell is? Yeah, it's Day of the Dead. About the legend of Day of the Dead, and it looks really weird. It does. It looks really, really weird. I can't really describe it. You have to look it up online. It's really weirdly animated. It kind of intrigued me. Like, I like the look of it, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be good or not. It's being produced by Guillermo del Toro, so maybe it will be good. I don't know. I got the new Paddington trailer. I don't know much. I never read anything with Paddington Bear or anything like that. I know it's big over in Britain. The trailer honestly looked alright. It was basically, from what I got out of it, was like these humans taking this little bear who wreaks havoc on their fucking house. Like, I don't know why the fuck they keep this bear after the shit he does in the trailer, honestly. He fucking basically causes a flood in their house. Really, watch the trailer. Like, how the fuck is this bear? I would kick the fucking bear out right after that. Dolphin Tale 2. I never saw the first one, so why the fuck is there a Dolphin Tale 2? Was there really a reason to make it Dolphin Tale 2? I don't know. I never seen the first one. I heard good things, but I never watched it. Oh, and then I got the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, which is a very short trailer, and I still don't give a shit about it. I still think it looks like shit, and it didn't help. This trailer didn't fucking help, but at the end of it, there's a line that was like fucking winking, like I half expect, like 22 Jump Street, I half expected them to wink at the camera. Megan Fox goes, what the fuck? Or like, no, one character says to Megan Fox, is like, what are they, aliens? And Megan Fox looks at the camera and is like, no, that's stupid, they're ninjas. Like, that was a fucking, that line was added like late in the movie, like during the production of the movie, because of all the controversy of the fucking alien, like them being aliens, stuff like that. Because that, if you don't know the whole story, they originally were talking about having the origin story being changed, that they were like an aliens instead of like turtles or so, I don't know, something fucking weird like that. And everybody had a whole big uproar about it, to the point that they changed their minds about it. And that was obvious that they fucking added that stupid line on there, like at the last minute. That was like, it was really stupid. I was like, fuck off, movie. I know I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. I grew up one, and that movie looks stupid. That movie looks bad. Looks really bad. Everything points to it being bad, other than William Fichtner as Shredder. That only makes me kind of intrigued to see him as Shredder. That's gonna be fucking awesome. I love William Fichtner. He's one of the most underrated actors out there. But yeah, I don't care about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The new one. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they need to quit fucking with like all these childhood stuff that I loved in my childhood. They're coming up with a fucking Power Rangers movie too pretty soon. Fuck. And there's also fucking, what else is there? There's Goosebumps with Jack Black as R.L. Stein. That's the weirdest fucking casting I've ever heard in my entire life. Anyways, yeah. And now I'm just ranting on about stuff. Again, go see How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 22 Jump Street. Really fucking great movies. Thank you again for anybody who's been watching my videos for as long as they have, or that have been doing them. If you've been watching for 2 years, God bless you, man. And I also want to thank people that have said complimented me on my videos. Mrs. Cease, who, if you're watching this, I gotta mention you. She was a former teacher of mine. Who recently just told me she watches every one of my videos. Thank you, Justin Cooper. Any of the people that have commented on my videos over the last few years, I appreciate it. Just mentioned, like I said, I just mentioned a couple people that I could think off the top of my head. But as a thank you to anybody who's been watching these videos, I'm going to offer something here. And the fact that I'm going to let people that have been watching my videos the chance to pick the next movie I watch. Because next week, I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to go see. I was thinking about seeing Fault in Our Stars. If you want me to see Fault in Our Stars, I'll go see that. But if you guys have any other ideas, something that you want me to see, I'll go see it. Anything that's out in theaters now, or something I can rent on Redbox. It can be anything that I have not reviewed yet. I will watch anything. Seriously, anything. I don't care what the hell it is. I will see any. It's one of, I got a free movie ticket, so there you go, and that means I can go see it for free. And if it's shit, I got to see it for free. So, yeah. So the offer's on the table for anybody who wants to, give me your suggestions. I want to hear them. I will. If I tried this about a couple years ago, I tried this and nobody responded. So, if you got any ideas, let me know. I will do. If you, like I said, if you want me to do Fault in Our Stars, I'll do the Fault in Our Stars next week. That'll be the review I'll do. But anyways, thank you again. Go see 22 Jump Street and How to Train Your Dragon 2, and I'll see you guys later.